purpose of this tape is to teach your subconscious mind to help reduce stress by learning to rest better during your sleep. Just close your eyes. Allow your body to become very peaceful and relaxed. Your mind and spirit will automatically begin to feel safe and secure. Those wonderful, safe, and secure feelings will continue to grow stronger and stronger and stronger with each breath you take throughout the rest of this exercise. You have an inner friend and partner, your own subconscious mind. This friend will listen to my voice. The conscious part of your mind is not required to learn any lessons, perform any tasks, or make any effort of any kind. You must simply keep your eyes closed and prepare to allow yourself the privilege of taking this time to rest. Let's begin by asking your subconscious to think of the muscles in your feet. Let those muscles loosen, relax very, very deeply. The more the muscles of your body relax, the more deeply relaxed the mind and spirit will become, the safer you'll feel, until eventually you are able to drift off to a very pleasant, refreshing sleep. Now think of those muscles from your feet to your knees. Allow these muscles to loosen, relaxed. Do not use your conscious mind to help. Just imagine each part of the body has a mind of its own, will do its own thinking, and if it wants to relax, it will. If it doesn't relax, it's because that part of the body chose not to for its own reasons. Give it that kind of permission. Let the conscious mind move to the left side of your head out of the way, just imagining your mind has its own easy chair, could kick back, rest, get out of the way, and permit the body to relax just as deeply and become just as comfortable as it chooses for itself. Next, think of those muscles from the knees to the waist. Relax those muscles very, very deeply. It's all right if that part of your body chooses to relax so deeply. Even the nerves begin to feel very quiet, calm, and refreshed. All the way from the waist down the legs, right out into the feet if they wish. Just let the body relax, make its own decisions, and become just as comfortable as it pleases. Relieving stress may be as simple as teaching the conscious mind to become a little disassociated from the body. Or, in other words, to just let go and cease to interfere with body functions, trusting the body to think for itself, perform the tasks it's designed to do, and to help you rest very, very deeply. Deep relaxation during your rest is very, very important. The more deeply you relax, the healthier it is. The reason's very logical. It's the subconscious mind that knows how to repair injuries. The subconscious mind knows the minute your body is infected by some virus or germ. It alerts the immune system, perhaps even eliminates that danger, and the conscious mind never becomes aware. The conscious mind and the subconscious each have their own skills. Healing is not a function of the conscious level of your mind. Healing is a function in which the subconscious is an expert. The more deeply you relax, the more you're turning the job of relieving your stress over to this expert within. Trust it. The less you interfere on the conscious level, the better job it can do. Now I want you to think of those muscles from the waist all the way up to the shoulders. Let them relax. Notice the feeling across the chest. Allow these muscles to loosen, relax, and become very, very comfortable. All the way down into the stomach, especially there in the pit of the stomach, right at the bottom of the ribs. Allow this area to relax and begin to feel very safe, very secure. You have all the skills you need to relax very, very deeply until eventually you drift off to a very sound and comfortable sleep. You have all the skills you need to rest and repair and become very refreshed during this sleep. Therefore, it is appropriate to feel very safe and very secure. Now, if relaxation were like water, it could flow from the front of the body right around through the muscles in each side into your back. And therefore, all of the muscles in the back could relax, become very, very limp, feeling so very comfortable, so very calm. At this point, I would like you to imagine that the muscles in your back could be pictured like two large hands, one on either side of the spinal column, and each hand tightly gripping a handful of wire. Now, the wire, of course, would represent the nerves. The back is that part of the body with the largest amount of nerves. The muscle tension that you may have felt would be very equivalent to gripping those nerves too tightly. Now you're picturing those hands tightly gripping that handful of wire. Let those hands loosen slowly, gradually. If it feels like those hands have gripped too tightly and therefore they're raw on the underside or palm side of the hand, which could happen, imagine spraying some soothing, comforting ointment into this area that would relieve the irritation, causing the palm of the hands to feel so comfortable that it's all right to continue straightening those fingers until they can at last stand erect, having completely released its grip on the wire. Now, since that wire represents the nerves of the back, releasing them gives them permission to go back into place in the body where they belong properly, and to feel the elbow room that they need, the space to function properly. Loosening those nerves that literally go to all of the muscles surrounding the trunk of the body, but also to all of the organs inside the body, and therefore the glands, permits the body to produce all of the courage, all of the safety, all of the self-confidence you need to allow yourself to go deeper and deeper and deeper into sleep until you feel that wonderful, safe and secure place in your sleep where your subconscious mind can heal in complete safety and complete comfort without disturbing your thoughts, your feelings, or allowing any physical harm to come to you at any time. Your subconscious mind is part of you. It can love you, heal you, teach you, comfort and support you. Your subconscious and your conscious mind will learn to become trusting best friends, learning to understand each other's signals, each other's wants and needs, and therefore learning to work as partners and team and friends on all relationships, all decisions, all personal ambitions on any day at any time. Now I want you to think of those muscles, those hands, as turning around, palm out away from the back of you, and imagine your subconscious mind pushing those hands out, as though to say to people who might want to criticize you, or in their stern way of talking to you, seem intimidating or imposing. And now it's though, as on this spiritual level, you are saying, no. Stay beyond my hands. You, your ideas, your impositions will not be allowed to come any closer than this. Inside this circle I now draw around me with these arms out extended in this position, this is my territory. This is where I protect me. Inside this circle is where I feel safe, where I choose to relax and become very confident, where I choose to nourish and care for myself. And now, I choose to care for myself by continuing to relax deeper and deeper and deeper, with no other requirement than to rest and to allow the greatest good to come to me from that rest. The deeper I relax, the more rest I will achieve. The more rest I achieve, the more safe and secure I will feel. Now I want you to think of those muscles from your shoulders down your arms. Allow them to relax and enjoy that comfort and carefree state as well. And next, those muscles from your shoulders up to the top of your head. Allow these muscles to loosen and to relax. Picture with me, if you will, your spirit looking very much like a hiker in the mountains of life. Imagine a large backpack on this person. Now picture that person walking over to the right-hand side, there inside the brain. As you listen to my voice, it's as though this hiker on this particular mountain in your life has reached a plateau where it's time to take a rest break. So picture that hiker removing that pack and setting it down there on the ground very, very carefully. Inside that pack represents all of the responsibilities, all of the problems, all of the worries, all of the memories that you carry with you on a daily basis. Tonight, it's time to rest. It's time to put aside that pack and even to allow your mind and your spirit to rest, resting very deeply. The more deeply you relax, the more deeply you will drift into natural sleep, feeling very quiet, very safe, so that you can rest. The more deeply you relax, the more rest you will achieve, the more relief and comfort you'll feel. But just let the entire body become very, very comfortable. As you've relaxed, allowing those muscles to loosen, it's like allowing the well springs inside to turn on once again. I can easily picture that water from that wellspring turning on, flowing up towards some of those muscles that was formerly very tight. And there, around those muscles, splashing, collecting the waste, carrying it off with the tide, almost like picturing this part of your body lying in the warm sun on a comfortable, safe beach and watching the surf roll up into those muscles. Tension had collected all of that waste, not allowing it to flush, while nerves were functioning, burning the energy, helping those muscles do their work. Corrosion was taking place. Many scientists feel that corrosion, or an oxidizing process inside the body, may be one of the most important factors that contributes to aging inside the body. Allow those muscles to relax now. Allow this water from this wellspring of life inside you to let that flow wash up onto those muscles, collect all of the debris from that waste and that corrosion, all of the little granules of oxidation there, and then, like the surf going back to the sea, bring with it all of that waste, all of that corrosion, right back where it can be dumped into the appropriate sewer system. Allow yourself to relax. Allow that surf to go up inside the muscle as well as on and around the outside. Let it cleanse the interior. Almost like giving each and every individual muscle cell the opportunity to be rinsed in a warm bath on the inside as well as the outside to collect all of that waste, all of that corrosion, excess oxidation, and carry it away, leaving that muscle cell free to feel clean and to feel renewed. This is the function of rest. It is not an effort that is required of us to make the body rest. We relax. We allow it. The body already knows. And therefore, the conscious mind is completely free to sleep and to rest and to trust the body, to know instinctively those skills that have been assigned to it. Now, as the body continues with that process of resting very deeply, I want you to imagine seeing the nerves like wires going from the brain, down the neck, and then throughout the body. Let that river of life flow down the outside of those wires. Here too is a place where corrosion takes place inside the body. Allow that waste to wash and to clean this area of all of the debris, all the way from the head down the spinal cord, out through the arms, all the way down the body and out into the legs, and right out into the feet. Not only does that river of life need to flow down the outside of those wires, imagine each wire can be viewed like a little tube, and that you can see into the hollow on the inside of that tube. In there might be the thin strand of copper, the wire that we're illustrating, surrounded by the tunnel or insulation. In reality, that's the axon. But in here, imagine that water of life flowing down the inside, around that little wire, and cleansing the interior of this tube. There can be a lot of corrosion that collects in here. Burning of electrical energy is like any other form of energy, and where there is combustion, there are byproducts. Collect all of that oxidation, corrosion from the inside of this tube as well. Let it wash through the tunnel, on out to the sea, out with all of the other waste to leave this area clean, refreshed, and renewed for tomorrow. Now, there are several filters inside the body: the liver, the lungs, the kidneys, and so on. Filters are there to collect waste. The body is very unique in its filtering system. There may be many different types of ideas your subconscious mind needs to hear, so that each idea may fit many different techniques of filtering used inside your body. Just trust your subconscious to listen to my voice and to know which idea would serve you best. There is a filtering system that is like picturing a small glass bowl, the kind that used to be used as a fuel filter in cars by early manufacturers. There would be a little tube entering the top of this bowl. Fuel would flow in through that tube, down into the bottom of the bowl. As that fuel filled the bowl and reached the top, it would flow off on the output side through an additional tube. If there were any heavy particles in that fuel, it would stay at the bottom. If there is a filtering place inside you where such a settling bowl has collected a lot of waste, it would be as though now is the time, while you're deeply asleep, while you are resting, for your subconscious mind to shut off the fuel coming into that bowl remove the bowl and dump the waste. Clean it out and put it back in place where it belongs. Then, the flow of that fuel can be reestablished. The fuel would now be clean. The bowl would have room to collect more waste. And the rest that your body is getting would feel even more wonderful, more refreshing, because that filter has been cleaned. There's another area in the body where it feels very appropriate to imagine the kind of fiberglass filter that is used in air conditioning and furnace systems in a home. Here, it would feel very appropriate to remove that fiberglass slide, throw it in the trash, and put a brand new one in place. Ready for clean filtered air tomorrow. Comfortable, fresh, and uncontaminated. Now, there are those systems inside, and kidneys and liver are examples of them, where veins bring blood back to this area with a lot of waste collected from the extremities in the body. We often think of the material in those veins as being negative and of less value than the rich red blood carried in the arteries. However, to a filtering system like a liver, it's designed to handle this when it sees all of that material approaching through the veins. It is like seeing a rich banquet of delightful foods and nourishment coming its way. It eagerly opens to receive all of the liquid approaching through the system of veins in our body. As it ingests and then digests that material brought to it, that liver transforms what is sometimes called waste to rich, reusable material. When the liver excretes what it does not want, it puts it back into the artery system of the body as wonderful new materials, recycled waste, now considered materials with which to rebuild the health, the strength of the body. Allow all of the processes inside your body to complete themselves. The more deeply you rest, the more completely your mind feels as though it's on vacation, enjoying a quiet, peaceful sleep, making no effort other than to just rest deeper and deeper and deeper. The more freely your body is able to do these wonderful things to remove the waste, put out the trash where it will be picked up, clean the filters, rinse and refresh all of the systems inside and out, preparing you to feel strong, comfortable, capable for tomorrow. The definition of stress is that which results from resistance to change in many of our textbooks. Therefore, resistance is the key. There will always be the winds of change. Sometimes the pressure to change is like winds that have a gale force. I want you to picture a small tree. A tree, when it's very small, can be very supple. Just imagine a small tree trying to be very, very stiff, trying to resist the gale force winds. If that small tree has a trunk of too small a diameter, the wind might bend it over and snap its trunk very easily. It may even pull it up by the roots and blow it down the street. But on the other hand, let's imagine that small tree who has now watched other small trees go through such an experience and decides to learn from their experience. This small tree decides not to resist. The wind builds up. The wind blows toward this tree. But this tree is not going to stiffen itself, not going to resist. It becomes so supple, it just bends with the wind. The wind can blow as strong as it wants. It just passes over that bent tree. And when the wind is gone, the little tree automatically stands up erect again. Says, ho hum, the wind is gone. Now I can be about my business. You too can be like that small tree, to learn to be very flexible, very comfortable, and yet very wise, very strong of character, because you are able to succeed, bend with the wind, and achieve your goals rather than be washed away by the tide. Now, to become like that little tree, it's very important for your body to find the very best ingredients from the food you've been eating. Those are resources. As they enter the bloodstream, they become the building block that helps to repair all of the tissues. Where tissues may have worn and become threadbare, or fibers broken. Now, these new materials can be brought to those locations, the old, the worn, removed, the new, the improved, the stronger, built back in their place, automatically. There, even in the marrow of the bone, you can relax. This wonderful foundry that manufactures blood cells creates the building blocks for material in body cells throughout. Here, in the marrow of the bone, the beginning of building protein, the strength of the body. Here during your sleep, while you rest, your body could decide the calcium, the minerals in your food can be used to build strength and stamina. As that concept is forged into each building block, it's carried throughout the body, used as resources to renew your strength, build your youth, give you the personal, emotional, coping ability and stamina you need to face tomorrow. Trust your subconscious now to know exactly which areas in the body and what kind of emotional strength you need as you face tomorrow. Because you are sleeping so well tonight, you will awaken in the morning feeling very strong, very refreshed, with that feeling of health of mind and body, so that as you face each event, you will automatically say or do just the right thing in just the right way to solve each problem in the most beneficial way possible for you and those you love. Now, you may drift off into a very peaceful, complete night's sleep and rest